Hello and welcome back to the channel. It has been a while since I've posted any content. A couple of reasons for that. I had originally planned to only take a month break during October, which is why the last video that was up on the channel was my horror month preview. As it turned out, I didn't watch nearly as enough films over that month as I would have liked to. Um, and then after that, I sort of just extended the break. I was doing more hours in work because we were on the Christmas rush, so I was working long afternoons, so I wasn't really finding the time to record. Um, and in general, I was just a bit down on the whole YouTube thing. The last few videos I put up haven't been getting the views that I'd like. So I just thought I'd take a full break, get October out of the way, get Christmas out of the way, regather a strategy. Now I'm back to just doing evenings. I can focus on getting some more content out, which is the purpose of this upload today. And this video, it is a bit behind, and again, work is the reason for that. I would have liked to got something up maybe last week, but I just didn't have the time or the patience to get around to recording, and I wanted to do a full um, whole packed video. So what today's video is, it is everything video wise that I got um, for Christmas and everything that I've got since Christmas. So we'll start with what I got for Christmas itself. A lot of cool items to start with. I got some pop vinyls. Um, Basically, the story behind this, I basically every year I give ideas out to my mum, who then passed them on to my sister and to my cousin. Basically, of stuff that I want. It's usually movies, books, comics, or just basically vouchers. Um, the entertainment toy shop here in the UK has been run since around no October, November. A lot of reductions on pop vinyls down to £6, around the 650, 660 mark, sometimes less. Some really good ones. And I basically said, if you want ideas, some pop vinyls, these are on sale. I didn't give any specifics. I just said anything Marvel, DC, WWE, anything, anything from them franchises, I'd be happy with. I explained about the reductions. What I didn't expect was the choices that were made. So I got two pop vinyls, and to my surprise, in going back to the shops in the week or so since Christmas, is that my mum actually went and paid full price for these, which was amazing, and I couldn't fault her for the choices she made. So the first one is a Marvel pop. I really wasn't expecting this to be a choice you would have gone for, but it is the classic comic look for Falcon. Um, really nice pop. It's classic comic colours, the white mask with the gold, the red and white outfit, of course. If you're familiar with Falcon from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he has more of a metallic black costume without a mask, sort of like a goggle mask. But this is how he looks in the comics, and it's a bit disappointing that the box appears to be a bit dinged. Um, it's okay because I will be presenting it on the shelf. I won't actually be taking it out. But would like the box a bit more pristine, but I'm not going to complain too much. As you can see, it's from a wave on the back that also includes Spider-Gwen, who of course has been getting some more mainstream look with the Into the Spider-Verse film, which I have yet to see. She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, which, as everyone will know, the Captain Marvel movie comes out in March, which I'm looking forward to. Doctor Strange, again, this is the classic comic one, not the Benedict Cumberbatch look. Again, classic Doc Ock from the Spider-Man universe. So I was made up with that, but this second pop, this one just completely blew me away. As mentioned on this channel many a time, I'm a huge wrestling fan, and the outfit for this pop final is from an entrance which is one of my favourites in wrestling. It is of one of my favourite all-time wrestlers. There's the Shawn Michaels pop with the sort of white and silver attire from WrestleMania 12 when HBK won the WWE title for the first time. Is an absolutely amazing looking pop. The detailing on the jacket kind of thing, the sculpted earrings, tassels, just an amazing pop. Actually, this comes from a line of three of, in fact, four of the other pops in this wave were on the 666 range. There's the Chris Jericho one with the list, the $1 Million Man, the Iron Sheik, and Sasha Banks. The only one in this wave that I've not seen in shops is the Bailey one, just there. But really made up with this one. Surprisingly, this is the first WWE pop in my collection, but it won't be the last. So that was the pop finals. Onto books now. Another one of my old favourite old passions was Power Rangers. You'll know from the channel I was getting into Boom Studios comic series. I have actually decided to pause on that. I think I'm going to go back and just get the graphic novels from now on, because I fell too far behind on both series. But when I saw this was coming out, this was a must buy. I never had any of the comics featured in this book when they come out during the Power Rangers heyday, but reading a few issues of this. It's really fun and nostalgic. There's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Archive Volume 1. And what this basically is, it's a compilation of the old Hamilton comics and the Marvel comics that come out around season 2, season 3. Um, it's really good that way. Um, what's noticeable, looking through, particularly the Hamilton comics, is that the artwork design on the issues change issue by issue. And another noticeable thing is that both um, versions of the Ranger teams from the series are featured. So issue 1 has the original Rangers, and then I think it is issue 2. Just trying to flick and see. Right. So issue 2 is more closely resembled to the actors, and then issue 3 actually features version 2 of the team with Rocky, Adam and Aisha. The first batch of the Hamilton comics are actually from season 2, but it does feature the Thunderzords. And then as it goes on, there's actually a three-part story that closes out the Hamilton comics, that tells the full story of the Rangers. Just trying to find it. Here we go. Yeah, it was a three-part mini-series that closed out the Hamilton run, called the Saga of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and it basically tells the entire Rangers story, which includes going back to how the Rangers were formed, um, Tommy becoming the Green Ranger and all that. And then it jumps into the Hamilton run. Sorry, the Marvel run. Which is probably the more familiar of the Power Rangers comics. I mean, look at the artwork. And this is more of a close resemblance. The Marvel run is actually taken from season 3. I haven't gone through the whole lot of the Marvel run, but I'm looking forward to reading more about it. And then there's a volume 2 coming out in a few weeks' time. I think it's the 19th of February. So I will be picking that one up. I'm not sure what it what will be featured in Volume 2. I think it's more the Marvel run and maybe some of the paper cuts stories and other little bits. But that wasn't the only Power Rangers book that I got for Christmas. Uh, this has been a book that is a long time in coming. It was first announced in 2016. It was muted for a 2017 release and it got delayed. It finally come out late last year and has been well received by Power Rangers fans, and that is the Power Rangers Ultimate Visual History. And it's, if you've never been familiar with these Ultimate Visual History books, they are chock loaded with artwork, production stills, and other little bits and bobs. Uh, just for example, I flipped right through to the section on the 1995 movie, and that is a production artwork image of the Ninja Megazord as it appeared in the film. It looks absolutely amazing. Comes with all like sort of storyboards, artwork, as I said, little pull-out featurettes on what was I going to say? On like the merchandising and the video games and all that. And right at the very end of the book, which shows you how detailed it is, it gives a little preview to the next iteration, the first one under the new Hasbro partnership called Beast Morphers, which is set to come out at some point this year. So that's it for the books. And now obviously wouldn't be Christmas without some media. These are, I just got five titles this year, so a bit smaller than my usual Christmas haul movies, but these were all films that I really wanted in the collection. The first one is a film that wasn't really well received, but it did look good from the trailers, and that is Solo, a Star Wars story. What this is it's basically the origin story for Han Solo. Basically how he meets Chewie, how he meets Lando. I'm not sure when the timeline it's set. I'm assuming it's at some point between episode 3 and Rogue One. Basically, it's a 2-disc set. The first disc is just the film itself. The second disc is stacked with bonus features, a round table with the director, which is it Ron Howard who directed this? Can't really see. The credits are a little bit small and sort of blend into the dark background. A bunch bunch of featurettes and deleted scenes. And there's the artwork on the inside on the discs. So definitely looking forward to checking this one out. I think I will most likely watch it this weekend, possibly Saturday, maybe Sunday. Or Sunday, I will be watching football, but I can't wait to check that one out when I do. Next two titles, two Marvel films. One I saw this past weekend that I missed out on seeing in the cinemas. Loved the first film. Was looking forward to the second film, and it didn't disappoint. It was super fun, super humorous, action packed. Is Deadpool 2. Yeah, this was just an amazing film. I did only watch the theatrical cut. The artwork, as I'll show you on the disc, doesn't really make it clear which cut is which. Or the disc I popped in was the theatrical cut. I haven't seen the super cut. But I really enjoyed the film. Comes with a bunch of features, gag reel, deleted and extended scenes, some behind the scenes stuff, and so forth. But if you love the first Deadpool, definitely pick this one up and check it out because it is fantastic. And the final film, I had to own a copy of this. This for me, out of every film that I managed to watch last year, this was my favourite. It is the only film in my adult years that has left me blown away, speechless, a little bit disoriented in coming out from. It is Avengers Infinity War. I rewatched this just after Christmas, and second viewing, just amazing. And the brilliant thing for me personally is that the release date for Endgame, the follow-up, actually comes out a week after my birthday this year, April 26th. My birthday's on the 19th. I will be busy that weekend attending a wrestling convention here in my hometown, but I will at some point possibly leave the opening weekend because I'll be so busy with the convention, but definitely the weekend after I will be going to see Endgame. This one, and it's only a single disc release, so it doesn't have too many features. You have the option to play it with or without an intro by the Russo brothers, as uh, three, four featurettes, deleted scenes, a gag reel, and an audio commentary. Highly recommended if you've not seen it, and if not, why not? It is one of the best Marvel films to date. And the last two films of my Christmas pickups are a collection completion. These are the the final two films in the Charlie Chaplin Blu-ray collection that I needed. Um, so the first one from 1947 is Monsieur Verdoux. Um, this story looks really fun. Chaplin plays a man who basically chases after wealthy women and then uh, like sort of sweet talks them, marries them, and then kills them for their wealth. Uh, Special features um, comes with a Chaplin Today featurette on the film, introduction by David Robinson, and extracts from all the other titles. And then the final one, the completion. The final title, my Chaplin collection is complete now. 2019, I will be sitting down to watch every film in the collection. We have from 1957, A King in New York, and this is basically about a monarch from, I'm assuming, Eastern Europe, because it does have the hammer and sickle, which was the Soviet Union symbol, um, who flees his country and seeks refuge in New York. He meets a 10-year-old boy whose parents are imprisoned communists, and basically Chaplin's character takes him under his wing, but it has consequences in 1950s America. Special features: Chaplin Today on the film, David Robson introduction, which is on every Chaplin film, deleted scenes, feature called Mandolin Serenade, trailers, and extracts from all the other titles. So that is it. That is my Chaplin collection complete now. I'm so happy. There's one other Chaplin film that is a feature-length film that is available that he directed but didn't star in. I may track that down at some point. That came out in the 60s, but I'm happy with all his main starring directorial movies. So that is everything that I got for Christmas. Now on to what I've picked up since then. First three pickups I got last week. Um, uh, Basically a charity shop called British Heart Foundation. They had a special offer on. They had like a spinning tower with DVDs on. They were offering 50p each or three for £1. I was looking through them. I think it was on a Wednesday. I first had a look. Looked through. I spotted the first two titles that I'm going to show you. Spotted the first one. Couldn't believe it. Checked the disc, expecting it to be scratched. It was in mint condition. You might have just saw a brief flash of it. And then looking through, I found a second Hitchcock film, and again, mint condition. And what the two films are, the first one I spotted is the 1956 film The Wrong Man. Uh, this is a film I've been considering picking up because HMV have it on Blu-ray as part of their premium collection, but sort of bit put off by the £15 price they wanted. Uh, they have now dropped the price briefly. It's now £10 on its own, or 15 with another title. But I don't mind having this on DVD for now, just to check it out. Stars Henry Fonda and Vera Miles. It's basically about a musician who is wrongly arrested for crimes committed by a lookalike. And basically it's about him and his wife being driven to madness trying to clear his name. It says it's based on a true story. I'll have to look into what the true story is. So as special features go, just the one featurette called The Guilt Trip, Hitchcock and The Wrong Man. So I was made up with that one. And then seeing this just behind it, again in mint condition, another Hitchcock title that I've never seen before but looks interesting, and that is the 1950 film Stage Fright, starring Jane Wyman, Michael Wilding, Richard Todd and Marlene Dietrich. And this is about a drama student played by Wyman who's trying to clear a friend of being framed for murdering for murder, and the way she does that is becoming the maid of a flamboyant stage star played by Dietrich. Among the cast list is Alistair Sim, who's better known for being in one of the early versions of A Christmas Carol, and it also features a role for Chapman's daughter Patricia. Comes with a couple of special features, making of documentary and trailer, so definitely look forward to checking that one out too. I went back the next day to get them two titles specifically. I was looking around for a third title, wasn't really seeing much that I wanted to pick up, and then spotted this one. This one is in mint condition, maybe a couple of little smears and smudges on the front of the disc. But I really couldn't pass it up. It's one of my all-time favourite Disney films. It's one that has been a long time coming to be in the collection. That is Cool Runnings. And basically, if you don't know what this is about, it's loosely, and I mean very loosely, based on the story of Jamaica providing with a bobsled team for the Winter Olympics. Uh, it's actually a true story that against all the odds, Jamaica's had a team at the Winter Olympics and they performed well, but this one sort of takes that idea and spins it, so there's a lot of hostility towards the Jamaican teams, but is a really fun movie. It's one of John Candy's last ever roles. I think it was during the making of this film, or a year after this film come out, that he sadly passed away from heart attack. Um, he's brilliant as the disgraced Olympic coach who helps train the athletes to in the art of bobsledding. And I'm so glad to have this as part of my collection. It's a pretty much bare bones release. It doesn't really give any details of um, special features. I might have to look into the disc itself, but that was the three titles I picked up post Christmas, and then just yesterday I received a package from Amazon. I did get a couple of Amazon vouchers for Christmas, one off my mum, one off my cousin. Big amount, I think total £80 in all. I've been looking around for a couple of weeks trying to figure out what to get. I finally found 5 things that I wanted to get. So I think it came to £35 in all. So I'll show you the one non-media pickup that I got. This is actually an important pickup. It's a tool for my job. I've been using a pocket one of these for a couple of weeks, as I lost both um, both of these that I had in different circumstances. One was misplaced. I'm just trying to break it open as I'm explaining this. Yeah. One I misplaced while getting some stock, and the other actually fell out of my backpack from pocket as I was chasing for a bus. And what it is, and just break it through, is a brand new box cutter. I use these things in work daily because I have to open a lot of boxes with what I do. So for those of you who are just tuning in, not aware, I work for a fashion retailer here in the UK, a budget one. I work on the accessories department, so I have to put out a lot of bags, jewellery, suitcases, scarves, and in order to do that I need one of these things. And this was fairly cheap. This was about £6 odd. Really nice. Comes with 2 blades. The tape slitter, which is the main what I mainly use it for. It also comes, if you can just about see that, concealed blade. Uh, believe the top blade doesn't retract, but it might have done, so I'm gonna have to be careful with that one. Or yeah, basically handy tool. Allows me to get boxes open and boxes collapsed fairly quickly, so I had to pick that one up. And then onto the fun stuff. So I picked up another couple of Funko collectibles. These again fairly cheap. Picked up one pop vinyl. This was £8.50, which is not a bad deal. I very rarely see this in stores, which is why I had to jump on it when I seen it. That is the Xenomorph from Alien. A really nice sculpting. Even comes with the mini mouth, if you can see that. Sorry for the glare. The box, it's a little bit open, but I'm not too bothered about that because, as I said, with the Falcon one, these will be getting stored in box. So happy with that. And the other Funko collectible was from their newest line of vinyl figures called 5 Star. This was only £6. I have been looking at these in comic book shops. Price point was a little bit off putting, but for £6 I was going to jump on it straight away. And that is the 5 Star horror Freddy Krueger. And if you know me, Nightmare on Elm Street is one of my favourite horror franchises. I did actually open this. I might have to take it out. I'll talk about. That's what the figure looks like. Really nice sculpt. Kind of cartoony, but still unmistakable. These 5 Star figures look amazing. They come with accessories. So Freddy, you get 2 hands. They're on ball joints, but they are a bit hard to pull off. It did cause me a little bit of trouble just trying to replace one hand. So probably won't be messing with them too much. The hand I did replace, it was the longer claws. I've swapped that for a shorter claw. The actual claw bits are slightly translucent, which is really nice. So you get the shorter glove, which I have on, and as one spare hand, and the other hand, which it's supposed to go on this side of the figure, is the razor claws coming out of bare fingers. But it's a really nice figure. I'm probably going to keep it in box like all my other Funko stuff. But I do want to pick up at least the Jason figure from this line as an accompanying piece. If I can get the Jason for a good price, I might end up taking them out of the box and putting them on the shelf opposite me. But happy with them too. And then I did pick up another 2 Blu-ray titles. Stay on record. I don't actually have a Blu-ray player at the moment. I am borrowing the one from downstairs, as unfortunately my PS3 that I've been using as a Blu-ray player decided to pack up on me just before Christmas. I can't get it working. I am in the process of looking for a Blu-ray player. I think I'm going to look around for one tomorrow before I go to work, with you to pick one up maybe next weekend. So yeah, for now I'm using the downstairs one. But these two titles were at a decent price that I wanted to pick up. The first one I wanted mainly because we had so many good things about it, and the sequel is due out at the start of February, and that is Happy Death Day. I'm not usually a big fan of modern horror films, but I do like a good teen slasher film, and this is sort of along that lines. It's sort of Groundhog Day meets a teen slasher. It's basically about a young co-ed who relives her own murder day after day after day until unless she can identify who the killer is and put a stop to it. It's done by Blumhouse, who produced the likes of Split, Get Out, and were the producers behind the Halloween reboot, which come out in October. Another film I'm definitely looking forward to checking out when that comes out. It comes with a few special features, an alternate ending, deleted scenes, um, and some featurettes. So definitely can't wait to check that one out. And the final pickup for this video is another Alfred Hitchcock film. I'm trying to get as many Hitchcock films as I can because I'm trying to expand my movie viewing over the course of the year. I want to try and get more classic films, trying to stay away from solely picking up horror films through the year. Maybe try and get more into getting some animated films, some more comedies and whatnot. But this one was only £5. Had to jump on it, and that is The Man Who Knew Too Much. This from 1934. It stars Leslie Banks and a English-speaking debut for Peter Lorre, who of course starred in so many of the Universal horror films of the 1920s and 30s. It's a film that was actually Hitchcock actually remade in the 1950s. This is the original version. And it's basically about a couple who get caught up in a murder plot after their mutual friend is fatally wounded by a gunshot. And he reveals as he's dying that he's a secret agent for the government, British government, and passes on some info that could prevent a world war. As far as special features go, there's an introduction by Charles Barr, an interview from 1972 with Hitchcock himself, and an image gallery. So definitely looking forward to checking this one out, and definitely going to look into um, the more of networks releases from their British film collection, mainly to see if there's any more Hitchcock titles that they have, maybe some Hammer, maybe some other classics that I haven't seen. So that is it. That is everything that I picked up in and around Christmas. I've rambled on for quite a fair bit, so I am going to call time on the video there. Going forth, videos won't be frequent, I will say that now. Basically, I will upload something if I have something to show, maybe some pickups, um, or whatnot, or like show parts of a collection. Um, but they will be going up as and when I can. This video might not go up. Yeah, I'm still recording. Sorry,
camera just froze a second there. Today, I might actually upload it on Friday, as I'll have a bit um, more time after getting home from work, and I have no rush with it being the weekend. So look out for that when it does go up. So until then, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you've seen any of the titles that I've shown off, particularly the ones that are new to me. And let me know if there's any films that you'd recommend. But until then, this has been the Blue Geek Reviews. I've been the Blue Geek. Thank you for watching.